Okay.
Hi, my name is Ashley Simpkin and this is my abuse media campaign. When doing this, I looked at some examples at the very start and I found these 6 posters. From the get-go, I found that they all were very similar, well, other than the one in the top corner, but they all tend to use darker colours. So that could present sort of like loneliness or not being able to speak out. And red's used in a couple of them, which connotes violence. As you can see in the middle poster at the bottom, there's a hand in red which could represent blood. The aims for this, I think the main aim of this was to raise awareness for abuse. Another is to try and reduce the amount of abuse happening to those and for more people to speak out and tell their side of the story. The message is mainly how it can affect anyone of any age. And again, it's all about reaching out for help in younger people or older people who are too scared to say anything. The target audience. The target audience could again be a very similar thing. So for younger kids, because a lot of the time there are parents who are very abusive, or whether that be verbally, physically, and it's encouraging them, if they need any help, to tell someone or stand up for themselves. This could also be for, again, older people who are scared and vulnerable. Even if they speak out to a family member who could help them through a tough time, or say it's a boyfriend who's harming a girlfriend, they can get away from them and help themselves. And I did find from this, more with the TV advertisements, that they are used from multiple different perspectives. So I found that children normally do quite a lot, because that tends to be a lot more impactful to both audiences, because younger children tend to listen to other younger children, and a lot of adults that it's aimed at do tend to be parents, so they tend to listen to the kids, as it is a lot more hard-hitting. Social media. One of the best ways to spread a message is through social media. For this, I mainly looked at the NSPCC. There was a variety of different videos, images, all saying about different sides of abuse, which I found quite interesting to look at. So Facebook was a lot more videos and images, whereas Twitter was a lot of actual just writing stuff, sort of saying how you can help, say if there's any days for abuse. And a lot of times when using social media, slogans aren't used as much, as they tend to use hashtags a lot more to represent the idea. Below I've got the 2 links for the NSPCC Facebook and Twitter accounts. This is a TV advertisement for the NSPCC.
Something's happening.
Something's happening.
Something bad.
Something bad. I'm too afraid to say anything.
Too afraid to say anything.
I know I've got to be brave.
I know I've got to be brave.
It's hard.
It's hard. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Help us break the silence. Donate at nspcc.org.uk.
So I found that from the NSPCC. This goes back to the idea of using multiple different perspectives. So what I found interesting about it was the lady and the child were both thinking the exact same thing, saying the exact same things, even though they're completely different ages. And I thought it shows that it doesn't matter what age you are still vulnerable to this sort of thing. And at the end as well, there was a few facts saying 1 in 20 people suffer sexual abuse. And I thought that was a very high number, to be honest, and it was very staggering to see how it does affect anyone from an older lady to a young child, as seen in that video. The colour scheme. So the colour scheme is very important when advertising. So like I said earlier, red can be used to show danger or any bad things. From research, I found that black was used quite a lot. So from research, I looked into what it could connote. From this, I found that power, mystery, fear, death, evil, or aggression. I found them to be very powerful and why they were used a lot in more posters. I think the whole idea of evil is very important because it shows who is actually committing the abuse towards others. So I thought that was a very powerful one. And grey is normally used to be emotionless or dull. So I thought emotionless, that sort of shows what the kid could be like towards it if they've grown up with it. And even sometimes the older people within these sort of products. Slogans are used for posters. When researching, I mostly found that Speak Out was the main motto used. I think that's for the sheer fact that it is just a very simple, hard-hitting motto, and it does stick in your head, you don't tend to forget it. I did also find another one from an advert which I didn't actually show, but it said, if you could see yourself, you would stop yourself. So I thought that was quite interesting because the rhetorical question sort of makes you question how bad it is and would you do that?